All right, guys, today is a beautiful day, and I felt like, I should take my roller and just, take a ride and speak to you all about, something that I kind of realized and possibly something that you also might be passing through, because I felt like since we are all in the same journey, for self-actualization, trying to, create something from that which we all have within, there's every possibility that our experiences might also be the same. And because of that, I felt like actually a good time to talk to you all while taking a ride, and something I'm going to be talking about today is the fact that, see, guys, the moment you want to do something different, let's say we're growing up in a family where, the tradition or the norm is that you are supposed to, go to school, study your books, and, make good grades with the intention of you finally getting a job. That's the tradition in your family, and it has been like this. Everybody has been doing it this way, and suddenly out of the blues, you grow up, you wake up and say to yourself, Dad, I did not want to go to school, or Mom, I do not want to go to school. I do not see the reason why, I should waste my time going to schools, learning a subject that has no relevance to what I feel I want to be. You meant you say that, I'm telling you guys, you're going to suffer a lot of backlash. It is what it is. You're going to suffer a lot of backlash. Your parents are going to be all around you, trying to discourage you from, having that kind of dream. And it could be very, very challenging. Imagine you are just a 60-year-old and you are being threatened with all manner of stuff. Like you are being threatened to be thrown out of the house. You are being threatened to, not to be supported, to be, alienated from the family and stuff like that. Could be very, very challenging. A lot of us, because we have not come to this point in our life where we are able to say, you know what, damn it, I'm going to follow my dream. Whatever I'm being led to do, I'm going to do it. Because if we haven't gotten to that point, we realize that you suddenly give in to this pressure from your parents, you abandon your dreams, and you call it quits. See, I'm here to tell you guys today, believe in yourself. No matter how challenging it is, believe in you. If you have that marked vision that there's something within you kind of pushing you to a different direction, and you are very convinced about it, I want to tell you, because of the situation I have also passed through in my life, I want to tell you guys, believe in yourself. Yes, it is part of what you have to endure. If everybody's talking shit on you, telling you that you are kind of a dreamer, how can you, wake up and suddenly say that you don't want to go to school? Because everybody around you seems to understand that going to school is the way to make it. But because you dare to have a different approach, which is you want to lean into yourself, lean into your skills, talent that, God has bestowed upon you. You want to lean into it and use it to make something for yourself. You have to suffer all sorts of, ridiculous events, all sorts of, amok, degradation. Guys, believe in yourself. Do not abandon your dream just because your dad or your mom, is telling you that, look, this is not the way to do it. If you have that conviction, once again, believe in yourself and go all in, lock in on yourself. And I'm telling you, it is going to happen for you. Going to happen. That thing that you seek or that conviction that you already had about yourself is going to come to pass. See, the first example was you being a student, but let's say that you kind of in a family, like you're married, you've got kids, and suddenly you wake up and realize that there's something that you carry, and it's something that is kind of telling you, hey, young man, I think you are better off being a creator. And everything happening around you kind of confirms that. You are seeing that everything you touch kind of turns into gold, but because of some reason or the other, perhaps your family, your wife, your kids, people you live with, they do not see it the same way. You are subject to all sort of, once again, ridiculousness. Nobody believes in your dream. Nobody believes what you are saying, and everybody thinks that you are just a dreamer. You're gonna be called all sorts of names. You're gonna be called crazy. You're gonna be called somebody that has lost his mind. Just think of any name that you can use to describe somebody that has lost it. These names are gonna be used on you. And the intention is for you to quit or give up on that thing that you are trying to build. Be that you're trying to build a business, be that you're trying to lead into your creative powers. So explore that which is within you, which is take something. Perhaps you want to go the route of selling online, you want to go the route of being a content creator. You want to take that which is within you and put it out to the world, and with the hopes that yes, it's gonna be able to feed you. It's gonna be able to clothe you. Gonna be able to provide for you. But because the people you live with, they do not see it that way. They see it like, look, as a young man, you need to go get a job. I mean, don't get it wrong. There's nothing wrong with you having a job, but you may want to do this thing on the side. You might be thinking of, pushing it out with your creativity, combining your job with the convictions that you have. But then it's going to be causing a lot of friction. And the friction is such that you have to give up that thing that you are doing just supposed to find peace. I want to tell you guys, you have to believe in yourself. If you have that inner conviction and everything, especially when you have taken a closer look at your life, you have drawn the patterns and you have come to realize that, look, this thing is a calling, or you have been called to serve. You have been called, to use your creativity to save humanity. That is the conclusion that you have arrived at. I want to tell you, believe in yourself. You see, everybody that ever became somebody is life. When you take a look at their stories, you're going to tell you at some point, nobody believed in them. Nobody believed that they were going to be great. Nobody believed that they had the possibility to create things that will influence or that will affect or that will be to the betterment of the world. Nobody thought that. It was always the same. People didn't believe in you. They mocked your every move. They see to it that they frustrated every move that you had, until one day, out of the blues, something kind of clicked, and now everybody wants to be around you like you own, something. This is exactly the way it is. And in any case, that line I took from an Eminem song, but the idea I hope you get. And I felt like it's something that might be a little bit of a challenge. Some of us might have to look off, valuable stuff just to chase after your dream. Some of us might have to lose going to school, lose the love from parents, lose the love from siblings, all because you have decided that, look, I want to go the other direction. I don't want to go the way that everybody's going, I want to be a content creator. I want to be that one businessman on the internet. I want to be, somebody rendering a valuable service, even without going the normal route of going through school. I want to learn the skills I have to learn. And in doing that, I might have to be secluded for a very, very long time. There's no limit to how long you might be secluded. But you've told yourself, see, I am aware that this is the price I have to pay. And I've already paid to lock in on your dreams. I'm telling you guys, you are going to get to that point where you are going to be glad to ever took that decision. Yes, that doesn't mean that it's just going to be like you walking on a bed of roses. Yeah, the challenges might be a lot. So many times, you might even have to doubt yourself. Ask yourself, am I making the right move? Am I sure that this thing is real? But because I have gone through this situation of life and even currently going through it, I want to tell you, the best thing you can ever do is to follow your dreams. Lock in on yourself, bet on yourself, and say, you know what? Damn it. If I fail, I fail. Yes. You have to damn the consequences, because this is the only way you can actually move through that obstacle, that pushback that you get from whoever it is. It could be your parents, it could be your siblings, it could be your significant other. This is the only way you can break through that pushback. You are not able to say, look, hey, I do not care. I'm going to push through. I do not care if I have to sleep on the streets. I do not care if I have to be out there in the cold, but the conviction I have is greater than the negativity that you are trying to prove to me or preach to me. And if you are able to take that decision, I'm telling you, you are going to be great. And your dreams or that which you seek after, you are ultimately, going to achieve it. Of course, why taking this decision, especially when a line has been drawn, sometimes you may have to, move out of a parent's house or, walk your own direction in life. That is not to mean that will not be a time for you to be relaxed. That will be a time for you to lock in on yourself more than ever before, because that thing that you're trying to build, this is pretty much what it needs. It needs you to lock in, and it is what it is. Guys, I felt like making this video because, yes, sometimes you don't have to, we head back, studio lighting, they're trying to create the best environment to record videos. I just felt like doing this. I took my roller and let me know what you guys think. You like this kind of formats of me just, talking and taking a ride? If you do, definitely I'm going to be making a lot of them. And if you also do not like this format, please let me know in the comment section. This is what it is. Every comment is highly appreciated. Until I see you guys again in the next one. Peace.